getting the queries. Can you explain the automation tools in Salesforce, business automation processes in Salesforce? Well, to make it very clear and concise. For automations, Salesforce has introduced declarative tools like validation rules automation. For the data maintenance, means data consistency, the validity of the data, we have the validation rules automation where we have some formulae, functions, etc. Then process automations like workflow rules and its actions, process builder and its actions, flow builder and its actions, as well as approval processes. So these are the declarative tools that we can achieve for the automations. But with each declarative tool, whether you're using workflow rules and its actions, or process builder and its actions, or flow builder, or validation rules, behind the scenes what's happening, it should be programming, some business logic. The business logic for our Salesforce platform is Apex language. So Apex language comes into the picture. Good. Here, one thing is important. For programmatic people also, there is confusion. What is the difference between Apex classes and Apex triggers? Apex classes will have methods, and the methods can be executed under various, they can be invoked. Just whenever you call them, they will be invoked. Like callouts are also there. The triggers is, Apex triggers is the concept on a DML operation, a record triggered. In flow, you have the record triggered flow. Whenever a record is inserted, updated, deleted, something like that. So if any DML operation, data manipulative language like insert, update, delete, undo, like this, something happens, then a piece of code, a method you can call, like a method, not a method, like a method, you can execute whatever the functionality, whatever the automations you want. For example, we have a validation rule. In validation rule, what you have, if the lead state, the company billing address, whatever that is, okay, lead address state is something, straight away you can say that it's not possible to do service to you, right? So the lead, when he is making an inquiry, maybe through various channels, it may be a web to lead, or making a call, or coming to the office, whatever may be the thing, he is expecting that some information. Okay, you have got from a state Texas, you don't have any service channels or service centers over there in Texas, so you can't take that record. You can't take that record, you can't create it. So validation, don't create that record first of all, right? This is one thing. So here in the declarative manner, what you have done, you have gone through the validation rules and given the condition, error criteria, right? Error condition, like if the state is TX, Texas, well, and whatever the error message and error location. Good. Behind the scenes, what's happening? Behind the scenes happening is that there are some Apex triggers. Triggers are of two types, right? Before triggers and after triggers. Again, I'm not going for this. Before triggers and after triggers. This validation rules, all the validation rules, they are before types of triggers. So before the record is created the database, or updated to the database, or deleted to the database, the things come into the picture. Okay. Now, before inserting or before updating, you are checking that. Before inserting, it's a fresh record. Now, for the new records, this is before inserting. Okay, at the event, you have an event called creating. So before creating is an event. Then giving the condition programmatically, right? Lead, because you take the bulk data, you have the list of leads over there, and you have to iterate them, right? How to bulkify your code. Bulkification of triggers is nothing but like this. So you have to take the bulk records, okay, and take, for example, one iteration, the first record, okay, Mr. A calling from Texas. So don't take it, and okay, throw the error message, whatever the error message, some location under the field. Okay, then iteration 2, record to Mr. B from another state. Okay, no problem, insert it. So like that, the validation rule will work. Again, you have when you have trigger dot what I mean to say, database methods, database insert, false, some two parameters, false, true, right? Again, that connects over here. When you take the bulk records, so what will happen if one record is wrong? Shall I fail all the records, or shall I go for record by record? So that is database method, true or false, the second parameter. False means don't go one by one, sorry, don't go as a bulk, go one by one. So one record is true, okay record, insert it. The second record is wrong, fail it. Like that, go by one. That is the second parameter, false, database methods. I'm not taking, I have to share the screen, I have to explain. Then the validation is done. Okay, take example of workflow rule or process builder, something. If the state is New York, now the record is created. So after the record is inserted, or after some actions have to come into the place. Like sending an email alert, or sending an outbound message to outside. So declaratively, whatever the tools you have used, maybe workflow rules or process builder flow, behind the scenes is happening this after inserting or after updating. So these after type of triggers, and the events are after insert and after update. So do this. So you're executing some code, sending an email alert. You have to choose one email template programmatically, and do whatever the automation will need to do, right? Either you are using workflow rules and its actions, like field update. Yeah, one more thing, the field update type of triggers are before triggers. So we have to deal them as before type of triggers, like you have to use the events before insert, before update, like this. While you segregate the trigger as two parts, before trigger and after trigger, using the context variables, right? So search for that video. Previously, I have published a video regarding the context variables, how to use context variables in Apex triggers. So that is going to be helpful for you. And go to the Salesforce documentation as well, where you have got trigger.old map, new map, all the stuff is going to happen there, right? So you have to take the entire trigger into two parts, before and after. No, the thing is, field updates are before type of triggers, and workflow actions, whatever we have done, email action, outbound message, then task, assigning a task. So to assign a task, you have to tell the system, you have to tell the Salesforce that under this record, you have to assign the task to whom, one user, right? So after inserting the context record only, you will get the ID, the parent ID, so that you can assign the task to over there. So what ID, who ID, if you want, the basic context record has to be inserted, right? Okay. So after type of triggers, these things will come under. Okay. So to sum it up, what are the automations you have done that happen behind the scenes through Apex triggers? And validations, field updates, there are before triggers, the rest of the things are the after triggers, right? This is for the day, and in the next session we will come up with that thing. And if you have any queries, just put comments, so that we will come with the live with that thing, and any queries that you have, we can handle over there. Stay tuned.